Hello guys, hope you're all doing fine. I am Sahid and I'm glad to welcome you to our Visa Pathfinders channel. Today we shall be talking about the Prince Edward Island Provincial Nomination Program. Prince Edward Island is the smallest province in terms of the land area and population, and it is the most densely populated. Its capital and the largest city is in Charlottetown, and it is one of the 3 maritime provinces and one of the 4 Atlantic provinces. As of 2022, the total population of the province was slightly over 150,000. So let's go. What is it about the provincial nomination of the Prince Edward Island province? So, if you're seeking permanent residency in the Prince Edward Island, one pathway is to be nominated through the Prince Edward Island Provincial Nominee Program. And individuals are selected for nomination based on their intention to live and work in Prince Edward Island Province and their economic ability to establish in the province. At this time, priority is given to entrepreneurs and to individuals qualified to work in areas with identified skilled shortages in the PEI labor market, as it is being called. Most popular of those programs that you can go through is the skilled workers outside Canada, outside the province of Prince Edward Island. So outside the province of Prince Edward Island, the skilled worker stream may be utilized for talent recruitment outside of Canada if the Prince Edward Island employer has received authorization from the Office of Immigration prior to issuing a job offer. With approval, a work permit support letter would be provided for the applicant to seek work permit, and that link will be put on your screen right now. So basically, who is eligible? In terms of the eligibility, for you to be eligible to apply for the PEI skilled worker stream, you must have a full-time non-seasonal job offer from a PEI employer, and that is in a high-skilled occupation defined by the Training, Education, Experience and Responsibility TEER classification system categories 0, 1, 2 or 3. This we already discussed in our previous videos. So note that through this stream, the employer must receive authorization prior to submitting an expression of interest profile. You must have at least 2 years of full-time work experience in your past 5 years. You must also have a legal status in your country of residence. You must have successfully completed a post-secondary degree or diploma with a minimum of a 2-year program they're looking at. So you should also be between the ages of 18 and 59. You must have a sufficient English and or French language ability for you to be able to perform the job that you've been offered. And the language ability that we're looking at can actually be verified by one of the following language tests from an IRCC approved testing institute, and that should be within the past 2 years with a minimum Canadian language benchmark of 4. So if it was IELTS, you're looking at listening, reading, writing and speaking, with the listening being 4.5 and the reading being 3.5, with the other 2 being 4.0. Otherwise, you would need to have what is called the PEIW02, which is the workforce job offer form indicating that employer is comfortable with the employee's proficiency in English and or French to perform the task associated with the job position being offered. You must also have sufficient financial resources for yourself and your family to pay for all the immigration costs, to be able to establish in the province of Island. And you should be able to demonstrate your genuine intention to settle in the province of Prince Edward Island. So what are the occupations in demand that they're looking at for this stream? So to be eligible to apply for the PEI occupation in demand, non-seasonal permanent job offer from a PEI employer, like we said earlier, and most of the jobs in demand would be those of nursing aides, orderlies, and patient service associates, transport truck drivers, construction trade helpers and laborers, light duty cleaners, other laborers in processing, manufacturing, utilities. We're looking at the material and beverage processing, and the industry. We're looking at also the industrial butchers and meat cutters, poultry preparers, and related workers. So this is quite a range of, quite a range. How do you apply? So you need to meet the eligibility. If you meet the eligibility criteria listed above, you must first read the workforce application guide. The link will be put on the screen now. Afterwards, you must create a profile in the Prince Edward Island expression of interest system with a link. The link also will be put on the screen right now. To create a profile, you will be asked to provide a valid email address and identification information, including your passport details. Once you have an account being verified, you will be able to proceed to complete your profile. Applicants can only have one active profile at a given time. Your profile will remain active for a period of 6 months, and you must ensure that the information that you have provided in your profile is accurate and verifiable. If your situation changes prior to being invited to apply, you may update your profile. And if your situation changes after being invited to apply, you must contact the office with the new information. You must contact the office with the new information. You can find additional information on the EOI points grid in the workforce application guide. If you're invited to apply, you will receive an email notification that will include your file number and instructions to submit your application. If you're invited to apply, you must complete the application forms, and your employer must also complete the employer forms. So do you need to pay for this? There is actually low fee to create an expression of interest profile. If you're, however, selected to apply for nomination by PEI, there is a non-refundable fee of 300 Canadian dollars. Receiving a nomination, you're responsible for submitting your application for permanent residency to the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, which is the IRCC, along with your nomination certificate. IRCC will then assess your application for admissibility factors. There are changes in your circumstances, such as family status, employment, contact information, among others. You must notify the Office of Immigration immediately, and you're required to work, with only one employer until you receive permanent residency status. If any changes occur after nomination, you must notify the Office of Immigration and the IRCC immediately. Also, there are numerous health-related job opportunities available in the province of Prince Edward Island, and some with certain form of incentives as well for people to stay in the province of Prince Edward Island. And the link will be put on your screen. So for nurses, there are job opportunities for registered nurses, licensed practical nurses, and nurse practitioners generally. However, if you're not a nurse and you belong in other, health professions, then there are also opportunities for you, such as those of clinical chemists, medical laboratory technologists, medical physicists, therapists, pharmacy technicians, psychologists, registered midwives, and social workers. PEI recruits and support high-demand health and social care professionals in Prince Edward Island, and sponsorship within these healthcare professions are considered on a case-by-case basis. PEI has a number of health and social care professional vacancies in areas including, but not necessarily limited to, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, psychology, speech language, pathology professionals, speech language pathology professionals, social workers, lab services workers, radiation technology workers, diagnostic imaging workers, mental health and addiction workers. There are also some job opportunities for physicians. Prince Edward Island province actually had a draw on the 3rd of August 2023, and the key highlights from those invitations to apply, the ITAs, were draws issued to people who are actually working in various sectors, including the healthcare, manufacturing, the fruit processing, construction, hotel accommodation, agriculture, among others. So this brings us to the end of today's video, and if this interests you, you find the information very valuable, and you're eager for more most updated information, immigration tips to successfully migrate, then please subscribe to this channel. If you need help with any specifics or individualized services in particular, please feel free to get in touch with us at visapathfinders@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening today, and we'll catch some other time. Thank you, and bye-bye.